Hello, humans. Today we are actually going over the siege of Amritsar, basically like the actual capital building of the Sikhs, basically of the Sikh religion. So I'm actually just get out my pen. So I'm actually going to describe the attack myself. Okay, what's next? Red will go good. Okay, so this is how the battle actually began. And I'm not gonna have much time to talk about it as fast as I can. So the Indian army arrived. They arrived. So and they positioned themselves around the Golden Temple complex. Around the entire complex and like buildings, trees, something. I don't know which one. Around the entire complex. So they no wait, fix that. So I'm just gonna do this here. What? So I'm just gonna leave this here. Okay, so it's gonna go stretch far beyond a bit like right here, something like that. They were around these buildings. They were around these buildings, and like they attacked all around. They attacked all around. They were basically snipers in case like you see someone exiting the complex. So now in a different color, I'm gonna explain what happened. So the first and second wave was actually like pretty much like weird. Was just was like weird. Like like the waves that were like coming right at them. It was like counterattacking, and they like fought back all the waves. But then they fought back all the waves. Like they were surrounding the entire complex that time, and like they had control. So they fought back like all the waves. But then then the army tanks came in from here, from I think here, and they shot the Akal Takat. They shot the Akal Takat right there. They shot the Akal Takat right there. So that's just like the background. So I'm gonna show you how like the how it really started. So anyway, let me just wait a second. Erase. Okay, guys, I'm back from erasing. So I'm gonna explain how the attack went down. So on the first day, the army was in their positions like all around here, like all around the complex as you saw before, right there. You saw before. They were all around the complex. On the first day, they killed 8 civilians, 8 innocent people who haven't really done anything. So now like the point. So now like that happened. And then on the second day, they allowed that those civilians to be like I don't know what you call it. They allowed them to like stay in the temple and act in privileges. But on the third day, that's when like the real entire battle began. That's when the real entire battle began. So like the enemies were focusing mainly to attack the throne of the townless one, which was right there. Right there, that was their target, and they had to defend, and the Sikhs had to defend it. Had to do like had to defend it so from like the enemy attack, which they were mostly successful in most waves until like the real bad stuff happened. until since the six surrounded the entire complex, it was like it was okay for them, but like until one of the waves entered, I think from one of the entrances, which entrance, the biggest entrance, I think from here maybe they entered and they were set up right here somewhere, and they then they shot the Galakas, which was their main target, which was mainly their main target, their main target was the main target. So basically, that's how the siege was going down. Like, I get it. Like, because the soldiers, the militians had like a lot of kills, but it was basically it became a massacre. Like that, like even the leader, some Tiranas in Casa Pendramare, had to had to fight, and like there's people in there. There's people in there. So like he had to fight, but he died. So that's how like most six went into the forest. That's how like most six went into the forest. And like I was like I'll give like my personal opinion on this. It was kind of a bad because the way that like the reason why the Indian government just attacked them because they were just being peaceful people. Even like after like so many generations of protecting that religion that now rules India, basically, it's kind of like really dumb to think that like oh like this religion's our ally since we protected them so many times so for so many years. But then like from starting from 1947, like they haven't really given us rights, even though we've been giving them rights and like allowing them to come into our fold. We've been protecting them, and we were like the main armies to like get freedom from the British. It's kind of like weird. Like this is how they pay us back. They just attack our complex. They just desecrate our holy shrine. It's so bad. And like I'm just face. As you guys know, I'm not great on a computer. So yeah, like it was that sad. So then the six vacated into the forest out of the city, and then like out of the city, out of the entire city, which they had control of. And then like later, they had to get they had to what you call it? They had to fight in the wild, and like so many of them died. I I mean, I'll show you. I'll tell you how this actually all happened from like the beginning. It's so it's so like it's so sad to think that like they're just gonna like you it's so sad that that the six never got right basically in that religion that they never got rights thanks to 1984 and we're still facing discrimination you guys come on man like seriously man and like it's so sad so yeah see you guys I'm gonna do part two on this like how it all started I'll see you guys in next video